What I have to say is very, very important because the world is headed to a very crucial moment. All the people are headed to a very crucial moment. And things have been written, great words have been written about what must be done at a certain moment in order for us to get past this moment when this moment comes. And one of the words that is well known and it's all over the world and heard to some degree would be the Lord's Prayer, okay? Forgiving our debts as we forgive our debtors. Money is putting a great pressure on the world and on people. It's one of the main reasons what is causing the stress and the hatred and just, the vicious attacks and lies and secrets and deceit. And this can't go on at a certain point that we're approaching. This can't be happening because we have to be focused on something far, far more important. That would be our humanity. That would be our respect for each other, our kindness for each other, and truth. Everybody must tell the truth at this time. And we have to learn to live with each other, because if we can't do it at a certain moment, then we're going to basically lose everything. And that time is fast approaching, because trust me, I wouldn't be here today telling it to you if I don't like attention. I don't like too much attention. I always wanted to live a nice, simple life. I never thought I would have to explain the ABCs of life to people about living with your fellow human being, whether you're your neighbor next door, or 1,000 miles away, or 10,000 miles away on the other side of the world. It doesn't matter. All life is interconnected. All the feelings, all the thoughts of who we are is there. I mean, we're all going to feel certain ways towards people at certain times. And the emotions range. They range from hatred to love to loathing to, mistrust and suspicion and all these things. All these things at a certain moment are death. We know what the light side is. We know what the dark side is. It's within ourselves. It's within our minds. Peace eventually is going to become the foundation to life, because it will have to be at a certain moment. Not saying you're going to create utopia, but for a day, for a moment, it has to be entered in your mind, the necessity of it. I don't like to reach out to people in ways that are too technological. I like to keep it to a balance. I like to keep it to a very low-key state. This is a lot for me. So I can guarantee you that for me doing this, by me doing this, it's very, very difficult, because I don't like communication through technology too much. To a degree, it's okay. Um, but when it comes to helping people, and there's no choice, and I love people, I love to help them, but people are so stubborn. They're so incredibly stubborn. They like hurting themselves. Why do you always want to hurt yourself? And I'm not saying, whether it's about shooting drugs into your arm, or putting powders up your nose, or sleeping with everything that moves. I'm not even saying about that. But when it comes to the feelings and thoughts, and just the intangible ways that you communicate with your fellow human beings, all those intangible feelings, that's what's important. The common respect, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're doing, there has to be a common respect. I've known heroin junkies that would rob everything that moved, but they had boundaries about robbing people that they loved. They wouldn't do it with all the drugs. To me, if you're going through hell and you still have a little bit of morality left in you, that's commendable. I'm not here to knock people down. I'm here to pick them up. But it's hard to pick people up when they base everything that they think makes them great on things that I personally think are very shallow. They're very limited. You know? I don't care about how much money you have or don't have. Billionaire to poor person, I don't care. All I care about is that people understand the truth of existence, of this world at a certain moment in time. Because at that certain moment in time, you cannot get around it. There's no way to do it. You run into a giant wall. You can't go around it. You can't go through it. You can't go over it. There's nothing you can do except stop. That's what opens the magic door to go through the wall. You have to stop. But you have to stop for at least a day. You have to shut it down and restart it. You need a reboot, people. You need a reboot. The world is going wacky, insane. People are tearing at each other for the stupidest, dumbest reasons imaginable. It's shocking. But there's a whole list of things. The list is long and it grows longer every day. I dislike you because of politics. I dislike you because of race. I dislike you because of your culture. I dislike you because of your size of your nose. I dislike you because of religion. Did I say religion? Money. You don't have enough money, have too much money, or whatever. Communist, capitalist. There's a million different reasons why people hate each other and mistrust each other and can't stand each other. It has to end. For one day, at least in your mind. And now love is a great thing. It's very curative. It's medicine. But what people don't understand, you're not going to get to love. You're not going to get there. It's too powerful. It's too powerful. You can't even like each other now. You know? You can't even get along with each other. How are you going to love? You live with pride. You live with prejudice. You live with jealousy and suspicion and mistrust. How are you going to get to love? Love is the greatest, highest of all. What you need first, before you can ever get to love, is you need peace. You need peace in your mind. You need peace in your heart. You need peace in your soul. All my life, I felt a great and powerful force of love. I don't know if it's something bigger than me. Whatever it was, made me happy, made me smile. I felt that was a good feeling. And it saddened me that very few people know what I was talking about. And if I was sad, that was the reason why. And I couldn't communicate it with them. So I tried words. I tried written words. And that worked to a certain degree, not very much. Not as much as I wanted. And so I'm trying this. And this is very, very difficult for me. I prepared myself as best I could since I was born to get used to my face and my voice on an outside source. It's just not me, but I do it because I love you and I want to help you. So I'm going beyond myself right now, doing something I don't really want to do. It's distasteful to me. I don't like too much attention. Some people don't like attention. Not everybody likes attention. All I ever wanted to be was have a nice quiet life in a nice quiet house with a porch. So I want a bottle of beer, a good woman, and maybe a family in a nice world. The world's not nice. People are mean, hurtful. Nobody wants to talk. If they talk, they can only get together on gossiping and talking bad about somebody and talking what the faults are in somebody else. We gotta look at the faults in ourselves. And the most important thing, I think, is to always leave the door wide open for conversation. Just simple conversation. That's all. Just talk. Talk. No middlemen. Just everybody on equal ground, or even the middlemen. Just get along. Set ground rules on the conversation. Don't turn it into a debate. Turn it into a nice conversation on a porch on a nice day. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Sam, hey, how you doing? Barbara, how you doing? Tracy, how you doing, neighbor? Hey, you feel like talking and having a nice conversation? What are we gonna do about all these problems we got today? How are we gonna fix them? I don't know. I don't want to talk about nothing heavy. Oh, go get me a beer. So, that's how I am. I don't want to, I don't want to start off heavy. I don't like getting heavy. I don't. But I don't like to see people hurt each other either. I don't mind talking about sports and, movies, and as long as it's rules, people. There has to be rules, and you got to be clean. And everything has to be fair, because if it's not fair, you only hurt yourself, the one who's not being fair. You only hurt humanity across the board. It's not worth it, people. Our pride, our aggression, our competitive nature cheating is not worth it. You don't have to cheat. You follow the rules, and even if you lose, if you're clean and you do it clean, and you gave it 100%, that's all anybody can ask. We are great in the foundation of truth. No secrets, no lies. If you're going to have secrets, you're going to need lies to back them up. And you have to set the ground rules with open debate. Open conversation. You have to set the rules. I don't even like the word negotiation. No. It's not good enough. Conversation. It's a good word. Just talk. Just talk. No, don't yell. Don't call people names. Don't do none of that. No need for that. If you start mocking and ridiculing a person, most of the time it seems like a weakness, unless you're extremely, extremely frustrated. And even then, it's not good. All you gotta do is just, tell the truth, give the facts, try to help another person, and be done with it. That's all you have to do. Just tell the truth. Try to help a person. I'm here. You need me. You want to talk? You want to talk about the truth? You want to talk about nature of truth? If you want to talk about the nature of lies, and you want to talk about life, well, that's why we're here. We're going to get a lesson in the humanities. We're always doing that. We are all that we ever were in the past. Everything, all of it. It's all inside of us. Everything we are right now, 7 billion people in the world, we are part 7 billion people. Especially if you've been cruising the internet and looking around and reading books and traveling around the world. You've taken in every single thing that movies have given you, TV has given you, books have given you, face-to-face communication has given you, travel has given you, everything. You are a sum total of everything you have absorbed. You're a human being. You're a human sponge. Always, not just when you're a kid, your whole life. The problem is that there's too much pride. And with pride, there comes hierarchies, and there comes fear, and just violence, and just terrible things, how human beings treat each other. You always have to believe there's strength and equality. And just, not that everybody's equal or not appearing like that, but in the choice that you can aspire to that we can all aspire to be great as one. Not that we're not there, obviously, we're not even close. But there's always that thought that we can move as a team, that we don't have to tear at each other. Like piranha, like cannibalistic piranha. That's what we are today. We're cannibalistic piranha. We're just feeding off of each other. And it doesn't have to be violence. Everybody thinks it has to be violence, and people know better. You could be gossiping, you could be lying, you could be exaggerating, you could be, there's so many things. You could be being racist and prejudiced and bigoted in every conceivable way. And what good is it? What does it serve us? How does it help us? People think you're weird if your thoughts are too good, or what they think is too good. I'm not trying to get extra points for heaven. I'm trying to live here on this planet with sanity. I just want to party. I just want to have a good time, and everybody's blah. Everybody's going cuckoo puffs. There's too much pettiness. Ay, with the pettiness. Why do people have to be so petty? Whether it's image, whether it's money, whether it's race, whether it's the way you pick your nose, whether it's the way you walk, whether the way you dress, your thinness, your fatness, your hair, your nose, your ears, your whatever. Ay. This is what I think is going to happen. We are leaving a time of lies. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That time is over. That's past. You simply can't do it anymore. Because all a person has to do to want to get at the truth, to admit they're on a quest for the truth, or they know the truth and they're not hiding something and they're not lying, is simple conversation. Talk about it. If they don't want to talk about it, red flags go up. What's the matter? What are you hiding? What are you trying to keep secret? No, you're not. It's not like you're trying to be competitive. You're not trying to win over anybody. You're truth. You just want to get at the truth. You know? You just want to say, okay, well, now we know the truth, and we can stand on solid ground. We can lay all your cards on the table. All of them. 100%. I don't care if you had the most wicked thoughts that's ever thought. I don't care if you've done the most wicked things. At that moment, you have to be brave enough to say, okay, this is what I've done. And if I've done wrong, I'm going to do better. And no human being can judge you, because we'll all be on the same line. We'll all be there with all our honesty, all our cards showing. You know? Judgment Day, in my opinion, is not some great face looking down on you from above. Judgment Day is simply a day when the method to find the truth becomes clear and obvious, and there's no way to hide it. The method is simple conversation. Just talk. And you don't have to mock. You don't have to ridicule. You don't have to do any of that. In my opinion, it's all going to come down to just peace. But you can't believe peace is a weakness, because if you believe it a weakness, you'll never pull it off. You'll never do it. It'll never work. It can never be a weakness. Not from this point on. Not in the moment of truth. Not in the moment of light. It's impossible. That's in the past. That's done. Peace is the greatest strength now, because you cannot exist without it. Can't be done. Doesn't matter. You can fight another human being with all the righteousness there is, but what people don't understand, when the message goes out, it goes out one time. That's all you get. That's all everybody gets. Just one more chance. One time across the board, and it's done. You don't get 2 chances or 3 chances or 4 chances. And it goes out to everyone. Everyone that you can perceive as a criminal, a thug, a gangster, a rapist, a pedophile, and all the law enforcement and all the authorities and all human beings and everybody who's just in the background observing. Everybody watches it on TV. Everybody, no exceptions, none. We're all on the line, down to our thoughts. But even if you've had the most wicked thoughts, it doesn't matter. As long as you got the greatest foundation. Because the greatest foundation there is peace. You can mess up 100 million times out of 100 million one times, but if you get it right one time, get it right now. Get it right now. If you've killed 1,000 people, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You cannot be ruled by your past. Nobody can judge you based on your past when the day is so great. And that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to help to try to create a great day. And that great day is coming, and there is no way to stop it. Because everything we do every single day is helping to create it. When a person's life is a stack of papers on the desk, and all you do, and all anybody does, is go through his papers saying, good stuff, boring, good stuff, boring, good stuff, boring, and they find that one piece of dirt, and they hold it up, and they say, aha, now we found the real person. Now we found who they really are. But the problem with that is everybody does it. If you're going to do it to somebody else, they're going to do it to you. And I'm sure you haven't been perfect. I'm sure you haven't been perfect. See, but that's the beauty of it, people. We are all sinners. To me, that's not a bad thing. To me, that's a good thing. We're all on the same line in that sense. On the same line in that sense, we're all equal. We're not equal in our greatness, no, because we're not there yet. We're equal in our rottenness. At least in our minds. It doesn't matter. However it is, it is. To hurt somebody physically is bad. But to hurt anyone mentally or spiritually or in any way is just as equally wrong. To try to kill their spirit before they're dead is really bad. Why would anybody do that? You gotta pick each other up. You gotta help each other. That's why God put us here. He didn't put piranha in a fishbowl to kill each other and watch the mayhem. What kind of God do you have? Anyway, I'm going to make a toast. I'm going to make a toast to 7 billion potential friends. Good stuff. All right. Anyway, cheerio.